I don't know if I'm allowed to tell you this. I don't know. I don't know. But Christmas movies are starting now. And there's a movie premiere tonight, tomorrow, Sunday, forever. They're going to be on Hallmark, Lifetime, Up, the GAC. And you might be wondering, how do I watch this? What do I do? How can I do this? How can I watch all of them? Philo, that's how. We've once again partnered up with Philo to help make this holiday season even better. And they're giving our listeners 25% off for 2 months. The whole holiday season, basically, 25% off. All you gotta do is go to philo.tv/DTH. Full Jam Podcast.
Hi, I'm Brant. I'm still having a very difficult time getting over the popcorn situation from yesterday's episode. And I also love Hallmark Christmas movies.
Hey, it's Panda. I, too, am baffled and really it's a conundrum. Popcorn sitch from yesterday, still liking Hallmark Christmas movies.
I'm Dan, and I don't think any of us will ever get over the popcorn sitch from yesterday's episode. We're doing it right now. But I do despise Hallmark Christmas movies, and this is the Deck of Hallmark podcast.
Whoa.
Hey,
Man.
what are you doing on my podcast?
I see what you did there. You didn't do the voice.
I did do the voice. What are you doing?
What are you doing on my podcast?
I said the same thing.
I heard it.
Should I have gone deeper?
Yes.
Yes, you should have.
What are you doing on my podcast? Is that right?
Give it to me one more time. Different. A little bit less.
Now you need to go deeper, less gravel, but you need to still be pitchy, like
you're performing a play.
What are you doing on my podcast?
That's it.
That's it. You nailed it.
Okay.
Cut that.
Maybe here.
Some would say.
See it coming.
People compare me a lot to him.
Yeah.
Looks wise.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm very excited about this. At the end of today's episode, something that happens on a regular basis around this time of year is we get a lot of emails with people that are like, hey, I got this thing. Can you talk about it? Can you play it? I've never done it before. But occasionally someone will send me their songs.
Is this a bit?
Nope, this is real.
Oh, man.
Occasionally someone will send me their songs, and I never listen to them. I never play them. And I got one the other day, and I was like, okay. So at the end of today's episode, we are going to play Tracy Bush's song, Stalking for Two, just a part of it.
Stalking for two?
Stalking, like Christmas stalking.
Okay.
Like stalking. No, stalking for two. And we'll just...
You said stalking too, right?
Okay.
I
thought, that's
like an odd choice.
Stalking.
Like they're poking their head in, but they're like, ooh, there's two of us.
Tracy Bush's Stalking for Two.
Why are we doing this?
Just to do it.
Because Tracy seems like she's
I have
wonderful.
no idea if it's good. I have no idea if it's bad.
You've not listened.
We've not listened to it.
All right.
Somebody sent me an email and said, will you play my song on your show?
You're asking for it now.
Yeah, I am. I want to see where we'll go.
We're just gonna
here.
do like a band of the week.
It's Tuesday will be band of the week. So we currently do not have a band for next Tuesday. So Brad at TechTheHallmark.com. So you can look forward to that. And guys, a couple of things really quickly. Universal Yum's been unbelievable this holiday season, coming in clutch. So make sure you're ordering your boxes so that you can have snacks all holiday season long, because they are the official
Speaking of coming in clutch,
What's that?
we watch all of our Hallmark Christmas movies and Lifetime Christmas movies
and
on
Netflix.
Philo. On Philo. We don't watch Netflix on Philo, but we watch Lifetime, we watch Hallmark, we watch Up, we watch all of them. All of them are on the Philo. It's your holiday movie hub. That's where you get them all, and you can get them for a stupid low price for the holiday season using our code, philo.tv/DTH.
That's so stupid.
Good.
Stupid good.
Hey, and we wrote a book.
We did write a book.
You should check it out. I'll be home for Christmas movies.
And when he says check it out, don't check it out at the library.
No.
Go buy you a copy.
Please do.
I will say, we got another email from Baxter. You guys remember Baxter yesterday?
No.
Baxter said he went to his local library.
Yep.
Mandalina County.
Mandalina County
Public Library.
Yes.
And he said they didn't have it, and he gave him a really hard time. He recorded the audio.
Yeah, I think we got plenty.
So we're gonna cue that clip.
Yeah.
Hi. Hello. Is anyone there, man?
Oh, I'm Terrence. Terrence loves to talk books. Book.
Hey,
we got big books and small books,
right.
kitty books, big boy books, all the books in between.
Hey, Terrence.
I got a book for you, got a book for him, got a book down the street, go get win. Right now, books.
Do you have any R.L. Stein?
Oh, I got them. 42, Josh.
Do you got any Stephen King?
I got all the Kings.
Do you have? Okay, here's one. I'll Be Home for Christmas movies.
I've got 6 copies of I'll Be Home for Christmas movies.
You do?
I do.
You got them here today?
Yeah. Go look on I'll None Ya.
I'll None Ya.
None your business. Find your own book. I'm out.
So you don't have it?
I don't know. It's my last day. 40 years. Claiming a pension.
You get a pension at the library?
You bet you, sweet socks, I do.
Do you have the book?
Oh, yeah.
Where?
I'll None Ya.
I'll None Ya?
You were closed.
You're closed? How am I here?
Biggity bonk bonk bang.
I'm going to give you a piece of my mind tomorrow when you're open. Again, Baxter could not handle these situations.
I'm not sure if he talked to an employee of the library.
That employee started off so pro book.
Yeah.
And then ended up all over the map. There was a song.
It was great.
There were insults. He said he was getting a pension from the library.
Can't get a pension from the library,
40
right?
years?
40 years.
We're
Mandalina
closed?
County is bonkers.
It is
We're
bonkers.
closed? Did he say that?
He did say we're closed.
I don't know, man.
Baxter,
Weird.
please quit sending us emails
Stop
of
it.
you not giving
Trace
people.
is going to play it. Nobody
Yeah.
wants to hear it.
It's a real band of the week situation.
It is.
You guys ready to dive into Coyote Creek Christmas?
Oh, you please.
Coyote Creek Christmas originally aired on October 30th, 2021 on the Hallmark channel, and it went a little something like this. The movie kicks off with Paige Parker, who is an event planner that believes you can you have to wake up early in order to get fresh coffee. Despite the fact that you can literally make coffee anytime you want to.
And it's hot.
We're only 5 seconds in, and I got really hung up on the fact that she believes that you have to wake up early to get coffee.
You got to get up pretty early in the morning if you want fresh coffee.
She's also she's up for a promotion, and she's going to go home to Coyote Creek to help her parents plan the end Christmas party, so that she can brag about it to all of her party planning pals. Somewhat. We then meet Dylan and his son Noah. Dylan works with his brother buying properties and making them better, I guess. I don't know. And has to go to Coyote Creek to potentially buy it. When he gets there, Paige's dad is like, "Hey, if you could do me a solid, man, bro to bro. I want you to keep this under the radar because my daughter doesn't know yet. I thought you were coming in January. I want to be the one to tell her about this sale situation. So just whatever you do, avoid her at all costs." Paige then gets together with her best friend, her parents, and the chef to figure out a theme for the party. And all those rocket scientists come up with Christmas around the world.
We did it. Hey.
Hey, guys, you remember how Dylan was supposed to lay low and not talk to
For a
Paige?
guy like Ryan Pavey.
He goes out into town and immediately bumps into Paige.
Come on, Paige.
Come on. And they meet and they talk about the town mascot, which, contrary to popular belief, is not a coyote. They go pick a Christmas tree up for the lodge, and the three shop for the Christmas trees, and the kid helps decorate, which he just doesn't get to do much of because his dad's always traveling. He's traveling around the world with his dad. Can't decorate trees because he's always traveling with his dad. Tough. Paige and Dylan then graduate quickly from not talking to each other at all to buying Christmas trees together to baking together. Man, things are just moving. Get married already. Paige decides to ask everybody about their Christmas traditions to get a better idea of how the Inn guests spend Christmas. She plans to incorporate those great ideas into the party. Dylan asks Paige's parents to talk to the daughter soon, seeing as how he literally cannot stop hanging out with her. He feels like he's lying to Paige because he was, there to buy the inn. He's not saying that. They sit down with Paige to tell her, and she thinks that they're going to ask her to run the inn, to which Paige says, I'll think about it. And her parents are like, that sounds wonderful. But a phone from the 1950s rings, and when one of those rings, you have to answer it. And it's Dylan's brother. And he spills the beans.
Jack Bailey?
That's Jack Bailey.
Hi, I'm Jack Bailey.
Are you selling used cars now? You really shorten that down a good bit. Hi, I'm Jack Bailey. Oh, now, buy a car.
It's Dylan's brother, Jack Bailey.
Jack Bailey.
It's Jack Bailey. And Jack Bailey spills the beans. I don't know what you want from me. I'm Jack Bailey. Can you believe it? Murray. I'm trying to call Dylan and some girl answered Mary. I had to blab. I had to tell her the truth. That's Jack Bailey.
Everyone is turned off.
So anyways, she's pretty mad. She's mad at Dylan, she's mad at her parents, and she's mad at God.
Gosh. Stop it. God forgive us, because we know not what we do.
Paige decides to put her head down and keep planning that party because it's what she does for a living. And Dylan offers to help, and she's like, sure, but it's only because I need help right now. He apologizes and said that he wished that they could have, met under different circumstances where, I'm not buying your family's end and planning on demolishing the whole situation. Paige realizes that she's been focusing on the celebrations from around the world, and she forgot about the good old USA. Jack Bailey, everybody. Dylan calls his brother, Jack Bailey.
Want me to lasso the moon for you?
You want the moon, Mary?
You want the moon? I'm Jack
Bailey.
So Dylan calls his brother and is like, I don't think we should tear this place down. And Jack Bailey is like, we're going to tear it down. We're not going to get the investment money if we don't tear it down, Dylan. Potter's not having it. Potter's not going to give us the money. Dylan's not having it. He's like, brother, shove off. And him and Noah decide to leave town before the party, and Noah's like, you're a dummy dumb dad for leaving the party, for leaving early before the party. I mean, the party is a big hit with signature dishes such as KFC and chips and dip. she goes outside to get some air, and Dylan shows up and tells her that he stopped the sale and wants to stay with her and get to know her better and talk about things like the Beatles and run the inn together. They kiss, fireworks happen, and the inn is saved, and that, my friends, is Coyote Creek Christmas.
We did it.
Let's take a quick break. We'll try not to
I'm
eat
gonna
a
grab
credit
a credit card. You guys want anything?
What? 2 credit cards, one with mustard, one with ketchup.
Okay, got you. Yep.
If I see any relish. So
No, I got you. No. Cubs win.
Oh, what do we have here today, everybody?
Ooh.
It's no secret, guys. The last year's been difficult for all of us, and we've all had to figure out, how do I cope with this year? What do I do? And BetterHelp is here to help. It's in the name. Because here's the thing. it is important for us to talk about the things that are going on in our life that are bringing us challenges. And BetterHelp makes it so easy by matching you with your own licensed professional therapist. And it can happen within 48 hours of signing up. You sign up and they match you in under 48 hours, and you can start talking to your licensed therapist. And if at any point in time, maybe you don't feel like you're connecting well with that therapist, they will make sure that you are connected to somebody who you feel connected to. And you can schedule weekly video or phone sessions so you never have to sit in an uncomfortable waiting room as a traditional therapy would have you do. And BetterHelp wants to start you living a happier life today. Visit their website and read the testimonies from so many people by going to betterhelp.com/reviews. And if you go to betterhelp.com/Hallmark, that's HELP, and join the over 2 million people who have taken charge of their mental health. That's betterhelp.com/Hallmark, and you're going to get 10% off your first month by going to betterhelp.com/Hallmark today. We're back, everybody. Welcome back here on Deck the Hallmark, the podcast.
Got it.
That reviews all sorts of movies.
Wow.
Can you believe that?
Boy, don't we?
And today we're reviewing Coyote Creek Christmas. The
day we've all been waiting for.
The Hallmark Channel movie that aired on October 30th. And we have 4 segments to help us do that. I'm going to start with the hot take. I'm going to start with my good friend Panda. Panda, take us to that hot place that you call Hot Takeville, USA.
Okay.
Population Panda.
Yeah, well, welcome to Hot Takeville, USA. Really pumped that you guys decided to join me here today. Let me show you around. First of all, over here, this movie's not great. Guys, this movie is slow. Not a lot happens. Do love that lodge. Do not love this movie. I don't know. It's just boring. I think this is the largest issue I have with this movie. Is it's just really slow and boring. It's not that nothing happens. There's not even really, like, typically with Hallmark movies, they try to stack the tension and the drama in some way so that it, like, even in Christmas in Harmony, okay, you have multiple things going on. You have this Christmas pageant that needs to be pulled off. One of the actors or the lead singer can't make it, and they need to raise money. But the only piece of drama here is, will they or won't they sell the lodge? Well, clearly you're not going to, and there's nothing stacked to intensify that. And so as a result, this movie doesn't have enough steam to really carry it very far. The performances just, I don't know, kind of lackluster.
They did sell the lodge, right?
Does not.
I thought they sold it and then they put her in charge of it. Like Pavy's thing at the end is, hey, here's the thing. Like I talked to the people. The numbers is what sold it. Your parents sold it. We're going to make more money with you running it. So they did sell it.
Cool. Well,
but to your point, they had one thing to do, and it was so boring that 2 out of 3 of us missed it.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's it. Like, I mean, that's what
all I knew is that she ends up running it.
That's right.
And that he wants to run it with her.
That's right.
You have this subplot of pulling together International Food Night, which I don't know, just not real thrilling. And then the end result is real bad. It's just, man, this is not a good movie. It's probably the worst of the year so far. Yeah, that's all I got.
This is going to be the tricky thing about this year, I believe, with the Hallmark crop.
Is you trying to be nice to Ryan Pavey during this movie?
No, it's Hallmark's all. We keep hearing new Hallmark, and everything's going to be different. We've got Santa's Stakeout. We've got movies that actually, feel like we're actually taking part in what we're seeing on screen, like the different cultures and stuff like that. And then we have this type of movie, which could not be more generic Hallmark, where a guy is going to buy an inn, a lodge, or whatever you want to call it, doesn't tell the person, they fall in love, finds out.
Classic Let It Snow situation.
This could not be more generic Hallmark. And where in prior years, this movie might feel like, this is good, they're doing the things and the stuff, and they have some chemistry, I don't hate looking at them type of thing. It just falls flat. It feels a little bit more boring. Like next week, Christopher Lloyd is going to take us on a time-traveling train.
I mean, come on.
Yep.
Terry O'Quinn's on a boat in 2 days.
Yes.
Yep.
And so I think that's going to be the tricky thing with movies like this, which aren't necessarily bad. They just don't like. They just feel like just so standard.
Plays well in 2018.
But here's the thing: is we have showcased, I would say, throughout our history on this podcast, that if you do one of those generic movies well, we will say that you did it well. I don't think that bars it from it being more traditional. I don't think it bars it from being like a good movie. It just isn't.
I think it's going to be an uphill battle this year.
Danica, case in point, this year, what was a Christmas tree one? I can't even. You, me, and the Christmas tree or whatever. Yeah. That's a fairly straightforward movie. Like overall, it's a fairly generic movie, but I like that movie a lot. But it's pretty generic. I don't know. Like I said, I don't think this movie plays well in 2018. I think it's boring. I think Janelle Parrish, who's I really like her as an actor. Like she just seemed like she was like, man, just bored with the content. Pavey seems bored.
And
Pavey too. Both.
Okay,
like, I think they're both. My point is like
Pavey's
they both
just chewing that script up, and Janelle's bored. Is that what? Come on.
They both seem bored.
Okay,
like they just seem bored with the content. It seems like they're sleepwalking through this. Unfortunately, the only thing to me that was a bright spot in the movie is the little boy.
Oh, dear gracious!
But that's
serious?
exactly my point. Like, and that's the strongest part of that.
This movie's an overwhelming fine for Bran. It's just fine.
This is a clear sound the alarm, Trace. This is there it is. It's the worst of the year alert. That's what this is.
Wow.
This is not even close. It's the worst movie of the year. And the only place I would disagree with anything anybody said is I think Janelle Parrish is trying to bring this baby home. She's trying to land the plane. She's trying to do a lot of work here, and it is all for naught. It's boring. It is real bad. I hated this movie. Actively hated it. You cannot commit the cardinal sin of having nothing to care about. In Christmas in Harmony, we laughed a lot. I laughed a lot during that movie. It's preposterous, but I cared about some things in that movie. This movie,
like the popcorn.
Like the popcorn. This movie, there is nothing to care about. It is just an hour and 20-minute long paperweight. That's all it is. It holds you down and suppresses you from living your life freely. That is what this movie does. It is bad in any year that you put it out. Even Cecil B. DeMille would look at it and go, they're talking, and be like, no thanks. That's a bad movie. It's a bad movie. If it was the first talkie, it would be bad. It's a dumpster fire. Put it in the books, Trace.
Yeah, that is an excellent line. Alonzo, write that for version 2 of the book. It's great. That's a great line. Let's get to all the feels. Part of the show, we talk about the things in the movie that gave us those feels. Panda?
Lodge feels. Lodge feels.
How many times have you seen this Lodge? And every time.
Listen,
yeah.
I think this Lodge is top tier, top shelf, top notch, 5-star. That Lodge is great. Big Lodge feels.
At this point in my life, I've seen 4 or 5 Christmas movies that involve fireworks, and each time I can't help but think why, and also I want to do that.
None of them do it as good as Christmas in Carolina, and I want to be very clear there. Everyone's playing for second place. That gold medal is spoken for. Transition between scenes. That's when they do it.
Yep.
They all movie long, normal transitions. One scene with like 40 minutes left. Fireworks.
Yep.
As you have to watch Christmas in Carolina.
You have to
watch it. So fireworks gave me feels.
Yeah. I got like stomach sick feels. Sometimes when you go for that second credit card.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
I know. It's too much.
It just started burbling a little bit.
Much.
Right around come on page. It started burbling. So yeah, no, absolutely not. Search my heart, found nothing. Out of here.
We're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back here on Deck Helmet. Welcome back, everybody. We're talking about Coyote Creek Christmas. And
should we, instead of this, just play the Christmas at the Plaza episode where we rave about the whole movie and how wonderful it is? Because I feel like that's a Pavey joint, and it was knocked. It's great. It's a great movie.
It's a great movie.
Do you think maybe that we should do that? Or maybe put it in the show notes?
To go listen to it?
Yeah, link it in the show notes, maybe.
Yeah, sure. Coyote Creek Christmas. Wait, what's Panda?
At the start of the movie, she brings in coffee. And she's gotten the coffee fresh early in the morning, as we've mentioned. And somehow she gives it to her coworker, and it's already cold in the thermo-insulated cup.
What you don't know is she walks 10 miles uphill both ways.
It's got to be the, I have no clue. The nephew is just left. It's baby son Noah. Noah and...
Why would you call him the nephew? He's only the nephew to Jack Bailey. You did that just to get Jack Bailey back on the scene.
You know it. I love Jack.
Gee.
The nephew is just left.
Yeah, he's just left within the party. They have a party at the very beginning.
Sometimes I'm just not convinced the way Panda watches these movies is how anyone else that speaks like a language watches them.
I stand by everything
Everybody
I've said.
else would be like, so the scene where the son leaves the room and that big, and you're like, the nephew is just left.
Yep.
Hey, attention, the nephew is just left. I'm getting
nephew's
word.
just left.
The nephew is
He
just
is
left.
Guys, we got an update. Nephew update. Not our
The
nephew.
is
Nephew is just left.
Sheesh.
Am I wrong about any of those things?
I'm not sure yet.
Was the
Keep going.
nephew
Yeah, I'm not sure yet either.
party left to the two boys? Older brothers, Jack and Dylan.
Diane? No.
Two older brothers. Okay,
Jack
sure.
and Dylan, they leave the boy at the party.
Two older brothers.
The two old. There's the only two brothers we know.
Do they have other brothers?
Dude, I gotta be honest.
Unconfirmed at this point.
Here's what I want. I want Double Deckers to just remind us. On like December 10th, I want to on air live ask Panda what the plot of Coyote Creek Christmas is. And just see what he comes up with. Because right now he says the nephew just left and the two older brothers. What?
Sorry, keep going, buddy.
No, no, I got one more. All right.
Wait, what was
the
what was
of
that?
Why are they living the little boy?
Okay, great.
You should leave
They
him.
had to go have a big boy business conversation.
But you wouldn't leave the little boy in a party.
Especially when Ryan Pavey holds his hand in every other scene.
That's not,
Go ahead.
he does hold his hand in
No, every other scene. Doesn't matter. He holds his hand. Go ahead.
I did. No, I'm still
Yeah,
pondering
yeah,
that.
he does
no,
it every
that's
scene.
wild. That's
It's wild.
wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's absolutely.
It's a choice.
The tree. You know the tree?
Yeah.
They say it's 7.5 feet
Why
tall.
are you doing this? I have like 3 wait what's. I pointed this out on screen.
I want to talk about the base. Why don't you bring it up? Because you and I are going to disagree on this. You go ahead and you mention it.
No,
The
go
base.
ahead.
No.
guys,
it's a
your
big
way
bass
what
boy.
times?
It's a big bass boy.
Okay.
The nephew is just left.
The nephew's just left. The base of the tree is not 6 feet tall.
It is huge.
It's not 6 feet tall.
Could be.
No, we don't know. She says she's going to get a 7.5 foot tree, and then all of a sudden they're in Gulliver's Travels. They're all like just little down there at the bottom. This tree is just giant. It's the Iron Giant. There's like 13 feet of tree, and they're all like, she says, I got to go pick out the perfect tree, which is exactly 7.5 feet tall. And they put the tree up, and the tree is at least double that. They are all well shy of that tree. They have to get a ladder out to put a topper on this thing, a full ladder to put a topper on this tree.
What you don't know is the tree is 7 feet. They shot this where they shot Elf, and you know how they did, like they put Will Ferrell, like, and it's just angle. It's just all.
My
all
thing
angles.
was, why is the bass so big? It's a big bass.
It's a big bass.
I'm all about that bass. No treble.
No treble.
None.
None.
Not a one.
Final thing is,
I will say that doesn't sound nearly as good as you think it does.
what? No trouble.
You need a little treble.
You need a little treble.
We need a little Christmas.
That's right.
Right this
Right
very
this very minute.
That's true. Finally, he's driving around with the light on the car, and I'm pretty sure that's dangerous. And I'm pretty sure.
See, here's the thing. I don't know if you've had to experience this yet because you were around when cars came out, but every dad would always tell their kid,
Oh yeah.
hey, turn that light back on or we're going to get in a wreck. I honestly thought it was life or death. I'd be like, I got to find my toy on the ground because we didn't have to wear seatbelts back in the day. But I know this, I got to be quick because my dad would immediately be like, hey, turn
that
you got
off.
to turn that light off. I can't see.
I can't see. That's
That's
what
what
my
it
parents
said.
told me.
If you've ever driven in a car with one of the dome lights on, it's totally fine. No one's getting in a wreck. You can see just fine. I don't know the condition that you would have to be in or the car would have to be in for that to matter.
Maybe lights have changed since back then.
You think so? Well, I mean, I've driven some old cars in my day, and I've never once thought that it mattered at all. It doesn't affect how you see in front of you.
Maybe it just blurs it.
I think it's all
Psychological.
a reverse boy.
You think that your dad has
it,
said you're going to get in a wreck because he can't see the cars behind him?
No. I think it constantly makes you think that there's someone right behind you.
Because you're feeling the heat of that light?
No, because you kind of see some light in your periph.
If you're staring this way, your periph is not behind you.
No, I'm talking about in the mirror.
Yeah,
you
in
see
the mirror,
some light.
you see the light, and you probably can't see the cars behind you as well. I just don't. I like it's just a lie that we propagate.
I think that there is some truth, but not all truth.
But so either way, we're in agreement that if they continue with that light on, they're going to die,
Yes.
right?
Well, we also can agree that as dads, we're all going to keep that going.
Yes.
We're all
No.
say, hey, kid, turn the light
Lily
off.
tried to turn it on the other day, and I looked at her and I said, no.
Did you swerve a little to make her think?
I sat there. I said, I can't see, and I don't know why I said it because I could see just
what's
fine.
wild is occasionally my kids will hit it, and it will make me irrationally upset.
I don't
yell at them, but I'm like, oh man, we got to get that light off right away.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
It doesn't make
but
any
it doesn't
sense.
do anything.
The battery's going to go out.
Yeah, the battery's going to
go out.
The car's on.
It's
gonna go out.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, I don't even know why they put those lights back there.
I don't even.
If it is as big of a hazard as dads say it is, they should not put lights back there.
I don't like it though.
We're gonna get
it
in a
makes
wreck.
me feel uncomfortable.
I can't see anything.
Can't see. It's blind.
Michael says I don't like the interior light on.
No,
when
I
I'm
think
driving.
we're all in agreement
I
there.
think
You
the
don't want it
question
on.
is why.
But
why don't we
I'm
like the light
fine
on? Is it
saying
because
I
our
don't
dads
like it? But the idea that my dad said he couldn't see. That's what he would say. But I know other dads. I was in the car and the other dads would be like, "Hey, we're going to get in a wreck." Those things are they're not true.
Have
right?
we been conditioned to be anti-light in the back when there is no reason? We've just been conditioned.
Man, I don't know. It's a good question.
Years, back in the 1950s at DadCon 1955,
DadCon
they said,
55.
"Guys, let's just try this.
Let's see what happens.
Let's just say the light's bad and
the guy
let's just
in charge
see."
of the con that
Yeah.
year was like, "I'm sick of the dome lights. Couldn't we all get on board?" And they're like, "Sure, Daryl Frisky, we'll all get on board."
Daryl was a good dude.
He was a
though.
good dude.
I
He
voted
was.
him on the board
You
that
did.
year.
You did. That's right.
A racist.
It was your rotation.
didn't
off
know
the
that
board.
at the time.
We didn't know that at the time.
No,
That was-
it came out later.
Later.
Some of the tweets he had in the 40s were just.
Oh my gosh. I have a few, if you guys don't mind.
I'll grant you the time.
I've seen a lot of people walk.
Yep.
Thousands.
Oh, here we go.
I've never seen someone walk the way that Ryan Pavey walks.
This is bold.
In
This
that-
is bold coming from you.
In that
believe you're
he's
doing that.
walking, and there is a every walk, every
Every stride.
stride,
Yep.
there is a full-blown kick out.
Yeah.
Full-blown
It is,
kick out.
He's doing a full step in time there.
Full step in time. I've never, in all of my peoples that I've seen walk, I've never
Do
seen
you
it.
think he's trying to be whimsical there?
I don't know. I don't know if he's like doing a Vince McMahon impression. Vince McMahon when he walks down to the ring, he's doing this weird thing. I don't know if that's what he's up to.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. You guys know the older brothers.
The nephew's left. I just heard the nephew's
He
left.
was gone.
He just left.
You guys know the older brothers.
Yes.
I think he's the older brother.
Man, yeah, if you say so. I don't know.
The older brother's office is odd. I can't.
It's not an office. They put up a couple of temporary glass walls.
It's an odd office. We're all in
a
agreement.
waiting room. The office is in a waiting room.
It is an odd office, I think is what we would all say. They're sitting around planning, hey, what are we going to do for this party? Let's everything's good. And on the blackboard in chalk is written inject whimsy.
Got to just right in there.
So when she was setting up this meeting, how much time did she spend on chalk? Because there's a Christmas tree thing going on there,
It is
and
intense.
just like little phrases, including inject whimsy. So regardless of what we land on party wise, I have a couple of things. One of them is we have to inject whimsy, and that brings me to my point, which is the party that we see was
There is
not
no
injected with
whimsy.
whimsy.
There wasn't any organically there, nor was there any
was there
injected.
Yeah, that's exactly
right. Yep.
and last but not least, they're having a very serious conversation outside, and behind them, we've got a couple of B characters, her best friend, and a guitar player who they have just like finally said that they like each other, and they're sitting by each other, and the guitar player is just playing.
No.
And
No.
they made a decision,
No.
which was,
No.
hey, it would be really cool if we like just had her
No.
like playing in the background
No.
as the background music for this very serious conversation. The problem is what Dan is doing right now is what that girl was playing. So imagine having a very serious conversation and all you hear is that. Why?
It sounded like a CD was skipping.
Yep, it was bad.
Why did it?
Why did it?
Why did it?
Why did it? The nephews just left. Why did it? Why did it?
I don't.
Dan, what you got, pal?
Pavey makes a choice in this movie, and I think it's a one-take situation because he's trapped between pronouncing gala and gala, and he goes with gala. Is what he goes with. Gala, gala, and he goes gala is what he does. And they said, cut. You want to do it again? And he's like, no. Let's move it on along.
Gala.
The fact that that guy's considered Ryan Pavey's brother must be like a fraternity brother situation because there is no world where that guy is related to that guy. I'm sorry.
It's like someone saying that I'm related to either one of you.
That's right.
Guys.
It would be very, very
don't
weird.
offend me.
No kidding. Yeah. I do want to get this straight. The inn is doing great. We're making money hand over fist. We want to leave, but there is no world where we would ever sell it to our daughter. Or even give it to her to make money while we go and sip Mai Tais. You literally could go to the beach and make money if your daughter runs it, but instead we're like, no, let's not even bring it up because we're the worst parents.
Well, in their defense, she is up for a promotion at the party planning company.
Party Planning Inc. There is a reference to the TV show Man vs. Wild in this movie, which is a show that hasn't been on the air in 10 years, which makes it for Hallmark ahead of the time. And I just wanted to point that out. It was on the air in the 2010s.
Man vs. Wild isn't on anymore?
No.
Man,
well, Bear Grylls isn't there anymore, and that's all I care about. Hashtag not my man versus Wild. I'm pretty sure that they tried to plan Christmas around the world, but instead they planned making fun of Christmas around the world. As we have KFC, and for Mexico, as you pointed out, just chips and salsa. Because if you've ever been to Mexico, when you land in Mexico City or in Cancun, you're like, where's that good chips and salsa? No, not a thing. At one point, Pavey says, I think the old saying is, don't fix what isn't broken. No, it's if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm sorry. And then I did write down, why are there fireworks? Which you already talked about. So we're good to just move on. Oh, lastly, Ryan Pavey's character, does he like anything? The whole movie, it's like, I don't really like Christmas. I don't really like people. I don't really like olives. I don't really like I don't really like opening up. I don't really like, it's just him saying he doesn't like stuff all movie long. And it at some point, like, you can just be like, hey, I really like this one thing. That would be what I would do. Sorry, that's all I got.
Let's get to what the Hallmark Inspired show. We wonder what could have been. Maybe haven't go to what we still have.
Yeah, I am confused about. I know he had a plan about getting the tents and spacing things out across their 30 acres because they were overbooked. But I am still confused as to how that solves a lot of the problems that those people are having, because they are anticipating getting a room, if that makes sense, and then all of a sudden are being transitioned out into tents during. It appears a very cold area. Yeah. And I don't know about you. If I'm expecting a room at the lodge and then I'm getting a tent in the backyard during wintertime, I just want to know, is there fallout from that? Because that to me seems...
I had to imagine there was a cut scene where they were like, guys, hey, welcome to the lodge. How many of you out there would be
survey.
Even remotely interested in freezing to death tonight?
Yeah, I just
show of hand. A few of you?
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Got a few tents out there for you.
Good news.
I mean, granted, they look great, but even so, it's the mill. It's cold. Like, I don't think it's cold.
Is there a way in the tents that they had to make
maybe
them
it's like the one
warm?
of that really
had
like glamping that didn't we watch something
Nature and Love and
like,
the Love in the Wild and
there
Man versus
was
Wild?
like you were camping but you had heat still.
But even so, like,
little pods.
it would have taken them way longer to set up a nice camping site than like a few hours that he ends up having to do it in. Like,
They just put like hair dryers and they wrapped a little funnel around it. Turned it on.
They're safe. It's safe.
Yeah, it's safe. You're good. You're good.
It's good.
Air's coming from outside. You're good.
The family brings up a situation that happened at the 1999 Christmas party.
I mean, we have to ask.
They don't get into it,
How
but
could we not
apparently it
ask?
was quite a fiasco.
Yeah.
So I want to know about that.
Yeah. This guy, Pavey, promises this kid, also known as the nephew, promises him
He's someone's nephew.
from the first scene that we see them, promises him that he's going to take him to the Grand Canyon this year for Christmas. Promises. And then instead of the whole time says, we got to do this one thing first, 5 days, then Grand Canyon. And they just never take him.
Well, the kid has this whole scene where he tells his dad he's a dummy for leaving. So I think that's like, hey.
But does the kid ever get to go to the Grand Canyon is my what the Hallmark. Like, you promised him. You can't look at your kid and promise him you're taking him to the Grand Canyon and not take him.
It's true. It's true.
It's my what the Hallmark.
We did it, everybody.
We did it.
You guys ready for the song of the week? You guys got your headphones?
Oh, yeah, let's do it.
Today's song is brought to you by Tracy Bush, who said, I was happy to find your Christmas show.
Oh, she sent out a bunch of these.
I'd be quite pleased if my original song, Stalking for Two, was added.
Stalking, Alking.
Yeah. So we can listen to it here. So I'm going to bring up Tracy. This is Stalking for Two. We're just going to take just a quick.
Stalking for Chew.
For two.
I hung a stocking upon my mantle, a single stocking for two. A lovely stocking, all trimmed in lace, I wanna share with you. It's brimming over with hugs and kisses, and oh so much love. So come on over, hurry over, you, my special one.
That's good, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm intrigued by it.
This song deserved this movie.
That was Tracy Bush.
Yeah.
With Stalking for Two.
Yeah.
So thank you, Tracy, for sending that song in. If you want your song on the show, we will do it.
Just during the holiday season.
Tuesday is Bring Your Own Song Day.
BYOS.
Your own song day. All I'm saying is we've been doing this is our 4th season.
You may as well start playing some Christmas songs by some just unsigned artists.
People have emailed us so many things over the years.
Oh my gosh, can you do this so often? And we typically just go, hey, we don't do things. And you just decided, I'm going to play it.
You know what?
If it had been profane.
Then I would have cut it out.
Okay, yeah.
But it wasn't.
People watching on the Facebook.
Well, they would have gotten a show. They would have gotten a
show for sure.
Stalking for Two.
Okay.
We did it. Until next time, may we be the first to wish you a
Merry Christmas.
Deck the Hallmark's a Bramble Jam podcast. It's presented by Philo TV. It's produced by Brandon Gray and recorded live in, Greenville, South Carolina. Set decor is by Plum at Haywood Mall. For more information on Deck the Hallmark, you can go to deckthehallmark.com. For more information on Bramble Jam Podcast Network, you can go to bramblejampodcast.com.